شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Sunday, September 7, 2025. Thank you for joining us. I'm Suleiman Talash. We begin with the Embassy of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan in Norway held a condolence ceremony for the families of victims of the recent earthquake in eastern Afghanistan. Ambassadors, diplomats and representatives of several countries attended the event, expressing their sympathies and pledging to mobilize assistance from their respective nations. On the other hand, the Ministry of Interior Affairs announced that Sher Ali Jandullah has officially been introduced as the new police chief of Paktia province and has assumed his duties. At the ceremony, local officials of Paktia emphasized the importance of obedience and unity while praising the performance of the former police chief. Overseas, Al Jazeera, citing health officials, reported that at least 67 Palestinians were martyred in Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip yesterday. Of these, 45 were in Gaza City, where Israeli forces have intensified operations to take full control of the city and are reportedly attempting to displace its residents to southern Gaza. The UAE-based outlet Sharjah 24 reported that a plane carrying 40 tons of food and shelter supplies had flown to Afghanistan to assist earthquake victims in the east. According to the report, UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan has also ordered the dispatch of a relief ship loaded with food, shelter materials, and medicines for the victims. The Ministry of National Defense said Chief of Staff Hafiz Mohammad Fasihuddin Fitrat visited Khas Kunar and Nurgal districts in Kunar province, expressed condolences to affected families and distributed over 10 million Afghanis to more than 1,100 households of martyrs, injured and victims.
More
than 10 million Afghanis in cash were allocated by Chief of Staff and were distributed here in the best possible manner. We covered more than 650 to 750 families, including families of martyrs and wounded and those affected whose homes were destroyed. The cash assistance that was designated for them was distributed accordingly.
On the other hand, a delegation from Nimroz province held a joint meeting with officials from Zahedan, Iran, to discuss transit, trade, visa issuance for Afghan travelers, anti-smuggling measures, and other border cooperations. The Nimroz media office said the meeting decided to allow oil tankers from both sides to pass and to keep the Silk Bridge open for all transit traffic. The Afghan delegation also urged Iranian authorities to address the difficulties faced by Afghan travelers in obtaining visas. According to international media, 5 people died after a boat carrying residents of flood-hit areas in Punjab capsized. Reuters reported that the boat overturned due to strong water currents in the Multan area of Punjab. In response to the recent earthquakes in eastern provinces, officials of the Islamic Emirate highlighted the solidarity of Afghan citizens, showcasing their support for affected families. They urged countries, national organizations, and businesses to contribute aid. Meanwhile, Uzbekistan's Minister of Energy has pledged comprehensive assistance to the victims. Here is the rest of the story.
Officials of the Islamic Emirate expressed condolences to families affected by the recent earthquake in the eastern provinces during a program aiming at attracting investment and supporting the electricity sector. They urged countries, national and international organizations, and businessmen to provide assistance and cooperation to the victims.
In the eastern provinces of Afghanistan, especially in Kunar province, due to the earthquake, I pray for the martyrs that they be granted paradise. And for the injured, I wish them a speedy and complete recovery. For the grieving families, I ask from Allah Almighty that they be granted a substitute blessing and a greater reward.
I urged all national traders, philanthropists, the people of Afghanistan, all Islamic countries, and all institutions and nations that can cooperate in this matter to assist the earthquake victims.
Foreign Minister Maulawi Amin Khan Muttaqi said that the support of citizens for the recent earthquake victims demonstrates to the world that Afghans are a united nation.
All of Afghanistan, all provinces of Afghanistan, all the youth of Afghanistan, and all Afghan businessmen. You have seen that in this tragedy, you shared in the grief of earthquake victims. Youth went in groups to offer service, and millions of dollars aid were announced. This shows that Afghanistan is a united country and we share each other's pain.
On behalf of the government of Uzbekistan, I would like to express our deep condolences to the leadership and the people of brotherly Afghanistan, particularly to the families affected by the devastating earthquake in Kunar and Nangarhar provinces, and we pray for the victims of this disaster. And also, I would like to inform that according to the instruction from the President, today, inshallah, will be delivered humanitarian aid to support our brothers who suffered from this disaster.
Meanwhile, the UN Secretary General spokesman announced at a press conference that $10 million has been allocated to assist the victims of the recent earthquake.
Our emergency relief coordinator, Tom Fletcher, said in a statement today that the devastating earthquake is the latest crisis to expose the cost of shrinking resources on vital humanitarian work. OCHA's pool funds released $10 million to kickstart the response. The de facto authorities have quickly responded, and countries are generously providing relief supplies and critical funding items. But if this isn't enough, Mr. Fletcher warned, stressing that failing to rally resources now will mean deeper suffering and more lives lost.
This comes as more than 2,000 people have lost their lives in the recent earthquake in the eastern provinces, especially Kunar province.
The Deputy Director of National Statistics and Information Authority met with Afghanistan's ambassador to Iran to discuss resolving Afghan migrants' identity issues and starting the work of the assigned teams. He emphasized speeding up the process and highlighted the embassy's role in the effort. Take a look at the detailed story.
Maulawi Mohammad Nabi Nasrat, Deputy Director of Population Registration at the National Statistics and Information Authority, met with Maulawi Nasir Ahmad Haqqani, Afghanistan's ambassador to Iran. According to the authority's spokesperson, the meeting focused on launching the process of issuing identities for Afghan migrants in Iran and addressing related challenges.
The Deputy Director of Population Registration at the National Statistics and Information Authority, Maulawi Mohammad Nabi Nasrat, along with his delegation, met with Maulawi Nasir Ahmad Haqqani, the Ambassador of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan to Iran, to initiate the process of identity verification for Afghan migrants. In this meeting, comprehensive discussions were held regarding the resolution of identity issues faced by Afghan migrants and the commencement of work by the designated teams.
The spokesperson added that the Deputy Director stressed the importance of the embassy's cooperation in accelerating the process of issuing identities for Afghan migrants in Iran.
In this regard, Mr. Nasrat emphasized the urgent start of identity verification for Afghan migrants in Iran and considered the cooperation of the embassy as essential.
Meanwhile, several experts believe addressing the identity issues of Afghan migrants in Iran is crucial under the current circumstances. Thousands of Afghan migrants in Iran lack valid identity documents. Verifying their identity will allow them to access basic services such as education, healthcare, and employment. This step is a strategic move to defend the rights of Afghan migrants abroad. A delegation led by Maulawi Mohammad Nabi Nasrat of the National Statistics and Information Authority visited Iran on Thursday to discuss Afghan migrants' identity issues.
The media office of Nimroz province announced that the Silk Bridge between Afghanistan and Iran has been reopened for all crossings. According to the office, the route had been closed by Iranian authorities for a week, but following discussions between Nimroz officials and their Iranian counterparts, it is now open to all traffic. The office added that the provincial administration of Nimroz is making serious efforts with Iranian authorities to ensure good coordination, resolve border issues, and promote trade between the two sides. And the final one reads that Kabul municipality announced the completion of the first asphalt layer of the new 560-meter, 20-meter wide road connecting Parwan Sewam to Badambagh area, including bridges, sidewalks, and retaining walls. Here is the rest of the story.
Kabul municipality officials announced that the first layer of the asphalt has been completed on the new 20-meter wide road connecting Parwan Sewam to Badambagh area. The project also includes the construction of bridges, sidewalks and retaining walls along the route.
As our fellow citizens are aware, the asphalting work on the Badambagh to Parwan Sewam road is underway. This road is approximately 560 meters long and 20 meters wide. It's one of the key routes to help ease traffic congestion in the area and also serve as an excellent alternative route to Baraki Bridge, which is currently under construction. It offers a convenient option for residents, and the work is expected to be completed and ready for use before winter. About 90% of the project has been completed. Only 100 meters of the first layer of the asphalt remained, which is being laid tonight.
Citizens welcomed the new road, saying that it would ease traffic congestion and boost the area's economic development.
The work of the Kabul municipality is fundamental, very positive and pleasing for all citizens. When roads are built, they bring more ease to people's daily lives, and once inaccessible areas are now the part of the city's beauty. We should appreciate this effort. In truth, we are very happy that this road was constructed. It solved many problems here. Inshallah, similar roads in other damaged areas will also be rebuilt.
Kabul municipality officials say that the second layer of the road will provide citizens with a smoother, more modern route, easing traffic and improving economic and social conditions in the area.
That's all for tonight. Stay tuned to the latest news updates from RTA News. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو